My house reeked of cigarette smoke, the kind that crawls into your walls and refuses to leave. Dishes were stacked so high they looked like modern art, and every night, like clockwork, bass from a Bluetooth speaker rattled the windows like I was living above a nightclub. This wasn't a stranger. It was my sister Law. She had moved in after a massive fight with her boyfriend. Tear-streaked face, suitcase in hand. She said she just needed a couple of days to cool off. I felt bad. I opened our home to her because that's what family does, right? Especially when someone's heartbroken and needs a place to breathe. But a couple of days turned into a week, then 2, and in that time, it became clear she wasn't here to regroup. She was here to relocate. Still, I wasn't trying to be a villain. I laid out some basic house rules the moment she walked through the door. Nothing crazy, just simple respect. Clean up after yourself, no loud music past 10, and absolutely no smoking inside the house. She nodded right away. Of course, I totally get it. Promise. Her words were sweet, maybe too sweet, the kind of sweet that covers something rotten. Because not even a week in, the place started falling apart. The smell hit first. Thick, sour cigarette smoke that clung to the curtains and stung my eyes. I walked into the living room one morning, and there she was, cigarette in one hand, coffee in the other. Sitting on the couch with the window cracked open like that made it okay. I didn't snap. I reminded her gently. Hey, remember what we talked about? No smoking inside. She didn't apologize. She laughed. Relax, I'm by the window. You're starting to sound like your mom. Oh. I swallowed it. Tried not to make it a big deal. Everyone slips, right? But then the music started. Every night after 9 p.m., she'd blast her Bluetooth speaker like we were hosting a rave in our living room. Bass thumping, walls shaking, lights flickering. It felt like I was losing my mind. And still, I tried to be the bigger person. I told her, calmly, can you turn it down after 10? We've got work in the morning. She groaned, rolled her eyes. You need to chill. This is why I left. Everyone's so controlling. In my own house. Meanwhile, dishes piled up like a college dorm. Empty cups everywhere. Sticky counters. She left makeup wipes on the bathroom sink, wrappers on the floor, towels soaking wet on the bed. It was like she forgot what adulthood even looked like. I tried holding my tongue. I told myself, she's going through something. She just needs time. But what about me? My peace, my home, my rules. One morning, I walked into the kitchen, craving nothing but a cup of coffee, and it hit me like a punch in the chest. The sink overflowed with dishes. The counter was crusted with dried pasta sauce. Cigarette butts floated in a half-full glass of orange juice. That was the moment. Something in me cracked. No more warnings. No more conversations. She wanted to ignore the rules. Fine. But she wasn't going to enjoy the perks. That afternoon, I got to work. Step 1. I changed the Wi-Fi password. This woman lived on her phone. TikTok, Netflix, FaceTime. Cutting that off would be like severing a lifeline. Next, I locked the laundry room. No more free detergent. No more spinning cycles for her overflowing hampers. And finally, I removed the spare key to the front gate from the hook and locked it away. If she wanted to leave the house, she'd have to ring the doorbell like a visitor. Because clearly, she had forgotten this wasn't her house, it was mine. It didn't take long. That evening, I heard footsteps pounding down the hall. Hey, she said. Phone in hand. The Wi-Fi's not working. Do you know what's wrong? I blinked. That's strange. A few minutes later, the washer's locked. Is it broken? I shrugged. Could be. Then came the final blow. Where's the gate key? I need to run to the store. And that's when I delivered the line I had rehearsed perfectly in my head. Oh, I figured since you're not following the house rules, you must not need the house privileges either. Her mouth fell open. She stared at me like I'd slapped her with a rolled-up newspaper. That's petty, she snapped. I didn't even flinch. No, that's boundaries. She stormed off, like a child who just got grounded. For 2 full days, she sulked around the house. No music, no cigarettes, no mess. And then, she changed. On the 3rd morning, I woke up to the sound of cleaning. Actual cleaning. Vacuum going. Dishes clinking. The kitchen smelled like lemon soap and effort. She was wiping down counters. She even lit a candle. Then came the moment I was waiting for. She walked up to me, eyes down, and mumbled, "Can I get the Wi-Fi password now?" I smiled like royalty. You know the phrase. She rolled her eyes so hard I thought they might fall out of her head. I will follow the queen rules in the queen's castle. She said it like a 5-year-old being forced to apologize, but I didn't care. Words are words. And I handed her the password like a royal decree. Since that day, she's been a completely different person. Quiet, respectful, tidy. Honestly, it's been kind of nice. Funny how quickly people remember their manners when you take away their luxuries. They say kindness is a strength, and it is. But sometimes, setting ruthless boundaries is the only way to protect your peace. You don't have to scream. You don't have to fight. Sometimes, all you need is a little passive-aggressive brilliance, because in this castle, the queen always gets the last word.